Okay, we'll do some numericals related with flotation. Now see this question. Now here they told a block of wood of volume 25 centimeter cube floats on water with 20 centimeter cube of its volume immersed. Calculate the density and the weight of the block. Okay, so no need of drawing the diagram, but just to explain you. Now suppose this is how the block is floating. The full volume is 25 centimeter cube and the volume immersed, this part, that is 20 centimeter cube. Now we know according to flotation, according to principle of flotation, weight of wood wooden block is equal to weight of water displaced, and that means upthrust. And we know weight of wooden block means mass of block into G, and weight of water displaced upthrust V means volume of liquid displaced into density of liquid into acceleration due to gravity. Now G and G get cancelled. Mass of block means that is volume of the block into density of the block, and that should be equal to volume of liquid into density of liquid. I told you when I was explaining you the relationship, that if you do all the sums in this method, now you can understand, no? You know three things out of this, one thing you can get. We have to get what? First, the density of the block. Now volume of the full block is given 25 centimeter cube. Density of the block I have to find. Volume of the liquid displaced means this immersed part, and that is 20 centimeter cube, and density of liquid here is, it is water, and you know water is 1 gram per centimeter cube. So finally we got density of the block as 25 by 25 gram per centimeter cube, and then after cancelling 4. So we get 0.8, right? Now this was number 1. Now number 2. Now they told weight of the block. Weight of the block means, you know, mass into gravity, and mass means volume into density. So first we'll get mass of the block. So mass of the block is equal to volume of the block into density of the block. Now volume of the block is 25 centimeter cube and density of the block is 0.8 gram per centimeter cube. Now if I put, because since you can see in this question the value of G is not given, so we can keep our answer in GF, and if G is equal to 10 meter per second square if they give, then I can convert into Newton. Now for converting Newton, then you have to convert this into SI, kg per meter cube, again this into meter cube, so not necessary. Since G is not given, so that means I can keep my answer in GF. Now if I want to keep my answer in GF, I will not put the value of G. So this is my answer, but this is the mass. The only difference is that I will put, in fact that is mass, I have not written weight now. So 25 into 8, so we have 20. We have 20 gram, that is the mass of the block, and weight is equal to, we can say 20 into G, so we can say it is 20 GF. Okay, so that is the weight of the block. Okay. Okay, now see in this, a block of iron floats on mercury. Find the fraction of volume immersed in mercury. Here also if I say, okay, suppose this is mercury and this is the block of iron. Now if I take the whole volume as capital V, as we have seen in the derivation also we have taken, with the whole volume as capital V and the volume immersed P small v. Then ultimately what you have to find? You have to find the fraction of volume immersed in mercury. So therefore what I have to find? I have to in fact find Vy capital V, is it not? Because this is the fraction immersed and this is the total volume, so getting the fraction I need to find V by V. So if I take, let the total volume of the iron block be capital V and the volume immersed be small v. Now we know, again according to principle of flotation, weight of iron block is equal to weight of mercury displaced, that is upthrust, and weight of iron block means mass into gravity and mass means volume into density. So I am doing that's volume of a iron block into density of iron, right? Density of iron is 7.8 and into acceleration due to gravity. Weight of mercury displaced means volume of mercury displaced means this part, so that is small v, into density of mercury is 13.6 and into g. So g get cancelled again. What we have to find? Small v by capital V. So we can say therefore 7.8 by 13.6 is equal to small v by capital V. Understand? So after calculation we will get 0.574. So finally we get 0.574 is equal to V by capital V. So that means I can say therefore part immersed in mercury, fraction of part immersed in mercury is equal to 0.574. So this much fraction. Okay. Now if they ask you what part is above the mercury, what part is above? So since you know it's a fraction means 1 means full. So therefore I can say fraction above means 1 minus 0.574 and then we'll subtract 1.000 and 0.574. So I get 6, I get 2, I get 4. So finally I get 0.426 part above the mercury and 0. Although in this question they have asked only this. Okay. Okay, now this is also easy sum. A block of wood floats on water with 2/5 of its volume above the surface of water. Calculate the density of wood. Okay. So if this part is 2/5, I'll take let the whole volume V capital V. The above the water it is given 2/5 of V, 2/5 of this. So if I say ki let the whole volume, let the total volume of the block be capital V. Now given volume above water surface. Now volume above water surface is equal to 2/5. So that is 2/5 of V. And therefore, but we require, volume under water surface. Then only we can get volume of the water displaced. So volume under water surface will be what? Capital V minus 2/5 of capital V. So if I take LCM, I get 5V minus 2V. So finally I get 3V by 5. So that means 2/5 above water and 3/5 under water. So now simple again, that law of flotation we can apply, and we can easily get the density of wood, because density of water we already know. So they will not give you. When density of water, you have to always use 1 gram per centimeter cube. Now we can say, therefore, weight of wood weight of water displaced, and weight of wood again, volume of wood into density of wood and to acceleration. So volume of wood into density of wood into acceleration due to gravity, and weight of water water displaced means, so this is volume of wood in fact, and then weight of water displaced means volume of water displaced into density of water into G simple. So Gg. Now volume of wood we can take as capital V. We have taken the volume of the whole wood, and density of wood we have to find. Volume of water displaced is 3V by 5, and this is 1 gram per centimeter cube. So finally we get density of wood as 3V by 5V. Okay, so V and V get cancelled, we get 0.6 gram per centimeter. Okay. Okay. Now in this one they told a piece of wood of volume 200 centimeter cube and density 0.84 gram per centimeter cube floats in a liquid of density 1.05. What volume of wood will remain above the surface of the liquid? So this total volume they have given 200, and we have to find this. Now if I take, because we have to find volume of the wood will remain above the surface, so let us take this part as V. So if I take, let the volume of wood above the surface of liquid is equal to V. Therefore I can say volume of wood under the surface, because we require that, under the surface is equal to 200 minus V centimeter cube. And now we'll use that principle of flotation. Now we know weight of wood, weight of liquid displaced, and weight of wood means again volume of wood into density of wood. Now volume of wood is 200 and density of wood given 0.84 and into G, and weight of liquid displaced is volume of liquid displaced. This is the volume of the liquid displaced, right? So that is 200 minus V in bracket and into density of liquid 1.05. 0.05 into G. So now G and G get cancelled. Finally we got 200 into 0.84. First we'll bring this 1.05. So we get 200 minus V. Okay, and then after calculation we'll calculate this and we'll get this one as 40. Okay, after cancelling everything. So you get 200 minus V, and therefore no, sorry. No. The answer will get as 40. So we'll calculate this one. And then finally after calculation, then we can get V. So we'll get V is equal to 40. Okay, so I'm not doing the calculation. That calculation you can do. So we get the finally we'll get the V volume as 40 centimeter cube. Okay. What force must be exerted on the wood to keep it totally submerged? Now in this case you can say that here the upthrust, when it happens, when the weight is less than upthrust, and therefore it is going up, right? Now if I have to put this down, then I have to give an extra force, and they asked how much force will be required so that I can push it inside the liquid. Okay, so what force will be required? That force actually will be upthrust minus weight of the block. Because weight of the block is less, upthrust is more, so that difference of force, that much force I have to apply. So that means I have to calculate the weight of the block, and then I have to also calculate the upthrust. Okay, upthrust directly I have not calculated, but we will calculate after that. So first we will get upthrust. Upthrust, again that volume of liquid displaced into density of liquid into G. We'll keep our G as G, so we'll get in GF. So volume of liquid displaced so upthrust we are getting as volume of liquid displaced, that is how much? Upthrust. Yeah, volume of liquid displaced. Now here when I put this total body inside the liquid, in that case only weight is less. So that means when I am putting this inside in this way by applying a force, at this point weight is less than upthrust. And how much will be the upthrust? Upthrust, in this case the volume of liquid displaced will be the full volume. So in this case volume of liquid displaced I will take 200, but actually in this case the volume of liquid displaced is, try to understand, 200 minus V, but they told I must keep it totally submerged. Now when I keep the wooden block totally submerged, during that time the volume of liquid displaced will be the volume of the full body, and therefore I am taking volume of liquid displaced as 200. Okay, but in this case if they want to ask you what is the upthrust, in that case I will take the volume of liquid displaced as 200 minus V. So here I am taking volume of liquid as 200, liquid displaced 200, and density of the liquid as 1.5 and into G. Okay, and then after calculation we get 210. 210, that is upthrust. And now we will get weight of the wooden block. Weight of the block. And again weight of the block is again volume of the block into density of the block into G. And volume of the block is 200 again. Density of the block is 0.84 into G. So finally I am getting 168 GF. Now this is weight. Now this act downward, and this is upthrust, this act upward. So upward 210 GF and downward 168. So how much force I have to apply? Therefore force to be exerted to keep the block totally submerged, to keep the block totally submerged. So force to be exerted, in fact, to keep the block totally submerged will be upthrust minus weight of the block. Okay, so upthrust is 210 GF and block is 168 GF. Okay, so finally we get 42 GF. Okay. Okay, now same this. Now they told the volume of a balloon is 1000 meter cube and it is filled with helium of density 0.18 kg, in fact kg per meter cube. And what maximum load it can lift? Because you can understand in a balloon, hot air balloon, you see big balloon, they go rise up, and in a balloon what happens? The weight is less than buoyant force, is it not? Then only the balloon will rise up. And what maximum load it can lift? Maximum load it can lift means the resultant weight or resultant force. And resultant force means difference of the two forces. Now here upthrust is greater, weight is less. So the resultant force will be always upthrust minus weight of the balloon, and this much load it can lift. So simple, we have to get these two things. We have to get the weight of the balloon and we have to get the upthrust. Okay. So let's calculate the weight of the balloon. Now weight of the balloon is again volume of the balloon into density into acceleration into gravity. Now the volume of the balloon is given 1000 kg per meter cube into density is this much and G as G. So we are getting how much? 180, we can write kgf. So that's weight. And now upthrust. Upthrust is equal to volume of air displaced into density of air into acceleration due to gravity. Now volume of air displaced is also 1000. 1000 kg per meter cube into density of air is 1.29 kg per meter cube and into G, right? So we are getting here as 1290 kgf. And therefore we can say resultant upward force, because the force will be upward, upthrust is greater. Resultant upward force is equal to buoyant force minus weight of the balloon. So buoyant force is 1290 kgf and weight of the balloon is 180 kgf. So finally we get 1110 kgf, and therefore we can say, so maximum weight Therefore maximum weight it can lift is equal to 1110 kg. Okay, now see here they told two identical blocks. Identical block means they are same volume, same block, identical blocks A and B, but they are of different materials. Float on water such that 90% of A and 15% of B remain submerged. Okay, we have to compare the density of A and B and upthrust of A and B. Compare means you have to find the ratio. Now we will do separately for block A. If I take, let the whole volume is equal to capital V and volume immersed is equal to small v. So is it not 90% of capital V is equal to small v? So 90 by 100 into capital V is equal to small v, and therefore I get Vy is equal to 0.9, right? Now, so this is V by V. Now, according to flotation, we can say weight of block A is equal to weight of liquid displaced. Therefore, it is floating. So, I am just doing block A now. Okay. Then we will do same thing for block B. Weight of block A is volume of block A, that is capital V, into density of A, right, into G, and weight of liquid displaced means volume of liquid displaced, that is small v, into density of water, right, and into G. So now G and G get cancelled. So we can say density of A by density of water is equal to small v by capital V, and which is equal to 0.9, because you know V by small v is from 1. So finally from here we get what? Density of A, block A by density of water is equal to 0.9. Okay. Now same thing we will do now for block B. Now for block B, here also let the volume, whole volume is equal to capital V, and let us take the volume immersed is equal to small v, and therefore we can say it is 15% now, right? 15% of capital V should be is equal to small v. So 15 by 100 into capital V is equal to small v, and therefore finally we say 15 by 100, that is 0.15 is equal to small v by capital V. And again weight of block B is equal to weight of water displaced. Weight of block B is volume of block V into density of block B into G. Weight of water displaced is volume of water displaced, that is small v, into density of water into G. So G get cancelled, and here we can say that density of B by density of water is equal to small v by capital V. And again small v by capital V is, sorry, here small v by, so from here we'll take this one 0.15, that is from 3. Okay, so finally, so I hope you understood from that. So I have to rub it, or I can do it here if you can understand. Okay, now you see we have to find, compare the density of A and B. We have to find density of A by density of B. Here you can see it is density of A by density of water, and here it is density of B by density of water. Now if I divide this number 2, so finally here what we got? We got density of B by density of water is 0.15. So let it be number 4. Now if I divide this 2 and 4, then this density of water and water will it get cancelled, and finally we get the ratio of density of A by density of B. Now I can say dividing 2 with 4. So number 2 is this density of A by density of water, and 4 is density of B by density of water, that is 0. And 0.15. So this and this get cancelled. Finally I get density of A, so I'll get as 6, okay, after cancelling, and therefore I can say density of A is 2, density of B is equal to 6:1. Okay, and next we have to find, compare the upthrust. Okay, so I'm rubbing this upthrust. Upthrust of A now upthrust of A now here we have to find upthrust of A and upthrust of B. Right now, but mind, the upthrust of A and upthrust of B is always greater than their weight, because they are wooden block, and therefore you can understand they are floating. Now in floating condition their weight is equal to upthrust, right? But they ask you what is the actual upthrust acting on A. The actual upthrust acting on A means when it is totally submerged, because if it is totally submerged, then only the upthrust is greater than the weight. So this is in fact the total upthrust acting, but since the upthrust is greater, therefore the wood rise up and it balances at a certain point, and when it balances, during that time weight is equal to upthrust. But they ask you what is the actual upthrust acting on A and B, that upthrust which is actually greater than the weight. Now when it happens, when it is forcefully totally submerged, so upthrust of A will be volume of block into density of A into G, and volume of block into density of B into G. Now since they are identical block, so their actual volume is same V, so we can say V is the actual volume, then density of A, that is upthrust of A by upthrust of B is equal to this by this, volume of block means capital V, density into G, and here also V into density into G. So again G and G get cancelled, V and V get cancelled. Finally my answer is rho A by rho B, and we already got rho A by rho B is 6:1. So here also rho A by rho B will be 6:1, and therefore density, upthrust of A is to upthrust on B, in fact on is equal to 6:1. Okay. Okay, now so in this sum, a piece of wood of uniform cross section and height 15 centimeter floats vertically with its height 10 centimeter in water and 12 centimeter in spirit. So there are two different situations. Find the density of wood and density of spirit. Now suppose the block of wood is this and this is in water. And this is in spirit. The total volume is 15, length. So here also the total length is 15. Okay, diagram is not necessary, but if you draw the diagram you can have a clear idea. And underwater it is 10 centimeter, so this height is 10 centimeter. And under the spirit this height is 12 centimeters. And then total uniform cross section. The cross section is uniform, and that means their cross sectional area is same. Naturally they are same log of wood. So if I take that uniform cross section, suppose the block looks like this. So this is the cross section area. So let this area be A. Okay, I am taking this area as A. Now let the cross section is equal to A. Now first, in case of water, I can say weight of wood water displaced is equal to the weight of water displaced. Again, weight of wood means volume of wood into density of wood. So volume of wood into density of wood into G. Weight of water displaced means volume of water displaced into density of water into G. So again G and G get cancelled. Volume of wood means area into height, right? Into density of wood. So height we know, volume of wood, that height is 15. So I'll write here 15 centimeters. Density of wood we have to find. Volume of water means again area is same, right? This area of cross section here is also area is A, but height will take as 10 here because this is volume of water displaced. The volume of water displaced means area into height. Understand? Volume means area into height. So area into here height will take as 10. So this is the volume, and again density of water, 1 gram per centimeter cube. So finally this A and A will also get cancelled. So we got density of wood. Density of wood will be 10 by 15 gram per centimeter cube. 3. So we get 0.667 gram per. Right? So this sum is important because here you can see only length was given, volume was not given. So therefore we have taken the area as A. Now volume becomes area into height. So if I want the volume of the full body, then I get area into full length. And area of liquid displaced means area into height in liquid. So same thing for the second one also we'll do. And from the second one we can calculate the density of spirit, because now we know density of wood. So what we'll again we'll do weight of wood is equal to weight of spirit displaced, and weight of wood again means volume of wood into density of wood into G, and weight of spirit means volume of spirit displaced into density of spirit into G. So again G and G get cancelled. Volume of wood again means area of wood into the height of wood. Height of wood is again 15. And density of wood is this, but we'll not use this, we'll use 2 by 3. So then you can cancel it easily. So we'll do 2 by 3. And volume of spirit is again this area, the base area, that is A, and this 12. So it will be A into 12, and then density of spirit. So again A and A get cancelled. So finally I get 15 into 2 by 3 into 12, and is equal to the density of spirit 3.5 and 2.6. So we get 5 by 6, and so 5 by 6 will get 0.833. So finally I get 5 by 6 is equal to density of, means 5 by 6 gram per centimeter cube, density of spirit, and therefore density of spirit is equal to 0.833 gram per centimeter cube. Understand? So I hope after going through this 7 sums there should not be any problem. So you can do this numericals. Okay.